There's a song that Spirit has been literally looping in my head for days. It's the one that goes, "It's the end of the world as we know it." And Spirit's like, "That's not a vibe, that's a bulletin. We actually crossed a threshold. There is no looking back from here." Now, let's talk about what's happened in the Schumann resonance because this matters. So, we finally saw activity again, a power of 54. But Spirit says what happened before, that is the part everyone is misreading. It wasn't quiet, it was incoherent, like a nervous system stuck between freeze and flight. Flat in places, scrambled in others, no rhythm, no clean pulse. Does that feel familiar? And that's not calm, that's pressure. So then it's like the paddles got put to Mother Gaia and she goes boom, her pulse returns. And when you look at the chart, you can actually see what Spirit's pointing at. There's two massive white pillars of light, and they keep saying split, not shift, not vibe, not upgrade, split. Two frequency lanes separating. So one lane anchored in fear, control, manipulation, distortion, and one lane anchored in truth, clarity, source, and liberation. And I need you to hear this part. You don't get to hover in the middle anymore. So now let's talk empaths because this is the part that changes everything. One of the biggest questions we ask always is, what's the purpose of being an empath? Why do I feel everything so much? Why does life have to feel so intense? And here's what Spirit keeps repeating. We have been frequency gatherers. We have been collecting dense frequencies from the collective and from our own lives. Abuse, neglect, suffering, control, satire, manipulation, all of it. Like little energetic Pac-Man, just womp, womp, womp through reality, right? Not because we're cursed, but because we were built to extract what other people avoid. And then doing the invisible work nobody claps for, transmuting density into light with divine assistance. And the reason so many of us are fucking exhausted, because the dark kept manufacturing more triggers to create more density. And it's been like cleanup crew, plus lineage healing, plus survival mode, all at the same time. But here's the good news. So Spirit is saying momentum has started. That's why we're seeing the spike. That's why it feels different. So what do we watch for now? Not fluffy signs, measurable ones. So your nervous system stops bracing 24/7. Your intuition gets cleaner and faster. You stop dropping people pleasing like it's a literal poison. Old thought loops don't hook you as long. You crave simplicity, truth, and rest without guilt. And your body rejects distortion immediately. You can't unsee things. Your boundaries feel less like being mean and more like oxygen. And yeah, some of you will hear that lyric and go, "And I feel fine." Not because life is perfect, but because your frequency is no longer negotiable. And if you're not feeling fine yet, listen to me. Don't give up. Keep towing the line. Keep choosing the light lane because Spirit is blunt about this. This split is happening with or without your permission. So the question is, which pillar are you walking through?